Word to your mother, boys and girls. It is your boy Sniper West coming at you on Friday, February 13th, 2026, which means Valentine's Day is tomorrow. So for all of you that are out there in love and all the lovebirds and the people that are married and have boyfriends or girlfriends, whatever it may be, happy Valentine's Day. How about you, Whiz? I'm sure flowers are on the horizon, maybe some chocolates for the missus. How are you guys going to be celebrating Valentine's Day tomorrow?
I don't go flowers or chocolates. I go prime porterhouse steaks.
A woman after Whiz's heart, right?
Yeah. No. The flowers are every once in a while, but not on the overpriced Valentine's Day. I do it other days, but tomorrow it's me cooking, me cleaning, me putting away the dirty dishes from the dishwasher, all those little good things that I normally hate doing.
It's funny. It's funny because everybody has the misconception that Valentine's Day is all for the woman, right? But really it's for us too. But we don't get the flowers and we don't get the chocolates. We get to put the dishes away and do all the cooking. It's funny how that works, right?
And if we don't do it, we're dead meat.
It's supposed to be for both parties, but
right,
it doesn't work out that way. But that's okay. This is a sports show. Let's go ahead and get into some college basketball because that is pretty much all we have going on. Except I'm sure Whiz is going to have a little bit of money on the ponies. I'm sure there's some races here on Saturday. But as far as professional sports go, really college basketball is it. No NBA. They're on the All-Star break. Obviously. The hockey is the Winter Olympics right now. So college basketball it is. We will hone in on all these teams. I'm really excited about this weekend, to be honest with you, and just sitting around watching college basketball, taking a lot of notes, looking at a lot of KenPom stats, some Bartovic stats, and just diving right in. So we are going to discuss 3 college basketball games here on this video, and we are going to start with a banger, as they call it, and this is Iowa State and Kansas. So, Iowa State, obviously, they imploded the end of that last game against TCU. They led by 5 points. I'm sure you watched that game, Wiz. It's 2:38 left. They actually didn't score again. They just completely imploded. TCU, they finished on a 12-0 run. They were a 7.5-point underdog, and, it just a very embarrassing loss for the Cyclones. So remember Darren Peterson, as it relates to Kansas, he did not play in that game against Arizona. But they still won that game. That's a game that I watched. I know Wiz watched that game as well. I was on Arizona, and they led. Actually, Arizona led that game for 70% of the game. They were in front, and they wound up losing. But that says a lot about Bill Self. It says a lot about this Kansas team. They had a slow start, but they are making up for lost time. They're playing very well. What are your thoughts here with by the way, we're going to play Guess That Line here. So Wiz is maybe going to try to guess what the Vegas line is. He has not looked yet. I do have all these lines in front of me. So you can guess the line, go into some analysis. Just what do you think maybe first, and then you can kind of summarize it up with the line at the end. That's probably because you probably want to get some thoughts out of your head first, I would imagine.
Well, the Kansas, they were at Allen Fieldhouse, and yes, Bill Self is a great coach, but that's one of the most hostile environments of any sport. It's just tough to win there. And as an underdog, they were playing with a chip on their shoulder. It was a marquee game. It was all out effort, very emotional. Now they go into Iowa State, who's, blew a lead. They are home. They have a raucous crowd. They're a very good team. I actually rate them a little better than Kansas overall, their body of work. I think it's going to be a tough task to come off that win against Arizona and go to Iowa State after they blew it. They blew their last game. So I like Iowa State to win the game. Now, the price is always the odd. The line is always the equalizer, right, Wes?
That's true. That's true.
So
the market.
I'm not giving a bet. I'm not saying I'm going to give a bet out on Iowa or I'm going to bet Iowa State, but I'm going to guess the line. Guess that line. Okay. I'm going to guess it. Iowa State 5.
Okay. Very close. So it's actually kind of all over the place, all over Vegas here. There's some shops that have -6, some have -6.5, and some have -7. So you were right there in the ballpark. So you would be in order. Basically, when you handicap the game, you're always trying to guess the line. That's what handicappers do. They handicap the game. They make their own line. Then when Vegas's line comes out, however far off you are from that line, that gives you an indication of what side you like. So, and again, you're not saying you would recommend a play on Kansas.
Well, I'll tell you right now. If I'm not laying 6 or 7 points, there's better opportunities.
Right.
I mean, I worry about a backdoor cover. I'm not a big guy laying big points in college basketball in a game like this because Kansas, we don't know if Peterson's playing or not. Kansas is certainly able to play a game that they lose by 4. I mean, there's better games on the horizon to bet. So I'll tell you right now, it's 6-7. It's a Pasadena for me.
There you go. Yeah. Just touching on what a professional sports handicapper would do if they were to play this game. So if you had Kansas at 5 and the line is, 6, let's say it is at 7, that's a 2-point disparity there. So you probably be at that point, you'd be leaning the points with Kansas. You take the +7 with Kansas if you were to play this game, which you were not. But
I would never take Kansas
+7.
I would never take it. I would give it more than I would take it, but I'm not giving that many points. If it comes down to 5, 4.5, I might consider a small play. That's it. I mean, that's how I see it.
Beautiful. So let's move on. So we are going to go to the SEC now, and we are going to tackle Texas A&M and Vanderbilt. So, Texas A&M, they were rolling. They actually were playing very, very good basketball. They lost their last 3 games, though. They lost to Missouri, Florida, and Alabama. That Missouri loss, that was just by 1 point. And they actually played well in that game. They just didn't do enough to win. Vanderbilt, they had a great start. They're actually the first team in the SEC to reach 20 wins. They're having a fantastic year. But, that terrible loss to Oklahoma, that was just a really bad look. But they did rebound. They went back to Auburn. Well, they went on the road to Auburn. They won that game. That was very impressive because they had not won at Auburn for 10 years. And they beat them 84-76 in their building. And, this is a very interesting game. So, maybe your thoughts on this game, and then you can guess the line here in Nashville, Tennessee.
Well, when Florida and Texas A&M played, I think it was last Saturday, Florida won by like 20 or 19, and it was a bad matchup because Florida has length, they have good guard play. Vandy has length. It's another going into the hornet's nest. It's not the greatest matchup. Vanderbilt's at home. They're probably ranked around, if I'm guessing, 17th to 20th in that range on the poll, 17th to 20. Texas A&M is not a ranked team. I think it's just going to be a tough matchup. Vandy's home, tough place to play, really tough place to play. I'm saying Vandy, but again, I'm going to guess that line. Okay.
Yeah, Vandy is ranked 19th. Yeah, they're ranked 19th, so you were right in the ballpark with that.
I'm going to guess that line. Okay. Here we go.
All right,
Ready?
Let's do it.
9. Vandy 9.
Let's okay.
What is it?
So there's a few 6.5. There's a few 6.5s and a few 7s. So we got Vandy -6.5, Vandy -7.
So I went too high. Okay, so I went too high. Only because they remind me a little bit like Florida, and it's not a good matchup. I wouldn't lay it. I'm off 2 points. It's my bad. I should have not said 9. I could see. I was just thinking of the Florida game. I wouldn't touch that game. That's not for me.
You go. All right. Well, you heard it from the Whiz himself. So even if you guys, don't play these games, it's good to, kind of get a look on all these teams before they get into conference tournaments and before they, I'm assuming they both make the actual, the tournament, the March Madness tournament, because you have a beat on them. You know what I mean? That's why it's good to watch these teams and watch the standings and follow, all the players and everything. It just prepares you because we all know you're going to start putting money down on March Madness, right? So anyway, let's move on. So, okay, guess this line. This line's going to be great. We'll go ahead and talk a little bit about this game first, but
Okay.
I can't wait for you to guess this line because this is a little outlandish here.
Okay.
So we have Houston and Kansas State. Okay, so Houston, very, very good team. They moved up the AP poll 5 spots after they beat Utah. It was an impressive win. They beat them 66-52. They held Utah to 2 for 17 shooting from 3. So Utah shot 12% from 3-point range. And that's just Kelvin Sampson. He's just a fantastic defensive mind. Emmanuel Sharp, he averages 16 a game. Kingston Fleming, 16 a game. And, that's just who Houston is. They play fantastic defense. Kansas State is terrible. They are 15th in the Big 12, 9-15 against the spread. So not only do they not win games, they don't cover games. They're 1-9 in their last 10. And their head coach, you got to listen to this quote, Whiz. So their head coach is Jerome Tang at Kansas State. And I'm quoting him directly. It says, they've got to have some pride. It means something to wear a Kansas State uniform. It means something to put on this purple. These dudes do not deserve to wear this uniform. There will be very few of them in it next year. I'm embarrassed for the university. I'm embarrassed for our fans. Our student section is just ridiculous. End quote. Man, that is putting your players on blast right there in the media too.
Well, I wonder.
Go ahead.
I wonder what's going to happen after this game, what Tang is going to say. Are they going to come out the next game playing nude? With no clothes on, exactly. Right? No uniform, nothing, right? Completely streaking across the court. They're going to get pounded in this game. There's no better team in the country switching ball screens and rebounding than Houston. That is Kansas State is going to be smothered. Now, so I know Kelvin Sampson. Okay, he is my favorite coach in the country. I know him. He was up 20 in that game, the last game, which they won by 12 against Utah. Kelvin Sampson does not like to take the foot off the gas, and his players did. And they gave up a bunch of points late in that game. Kelvin Sampson was not happy. He's going to ream them out. He reamed them out in the locker room. I am sure of that. Kansas State is in for a long game. I'm going to guess that line. Ready?
Let's do it. Yep.
21.
Oh my goodness, man, you are right there in the ballpark. You're so close. It's 22.5.
Oh, bingo. That's not bad, Sniper, huh?
That's pretty good, man. Yeah, you were right there. Maybe you should be on the backside of the counter setting lines because you're setting them pretty much right where they need to be. I'll tell you what.
Look, I'm not going to set a line on golf, or I'm not going to set a line on baseball. I'm going to set a line on NFL and college basketball. That's it. Okay. I don't bet anything else. I don't care about anything else. Those are the sports that I bet on. So I better be good at that if I'm betting the money I bet.
That's right. You know what you know, and you follow what you follow.
Right. That's it.
Yeah, that's fantastic. So as it relates to this evening, I'm hoping we get this video out as soon as possible because we do have a very, very good game this evening on the college hardwood. Michigan State and Wisconsin. I will go ahead and give out a complimentary play here for the viewers and the listeners. So both of these teams, so Michigan State, Wisconsin, both of these teams come in off overtime wins over Illinois. They're both fantastic games. Michigan State, they have not played in 6 days, so they've had some time off. Wisconsin, obviously that game went to overtime. They were down 12, and then they lost in overtime. So a very emotional game. Both teams are going to be up for this game. It's going to be a crazy atmosphere. It's in Madison, Wisconsin. But I like the Spartans here. You give Izzo some time to prepare, 6 days off, and, they've had this game circled too. And I think they come in here and play well on the road, Wiz. You have any thoughts on Michigan State, Wisconsin?
I do, but I won't give it out because I made a big bet on the game. And since I'm not a public handicapper on the site, I keep those little nuggets where I'm putting my couple thousand on. I'll let you give that game out.
How about guess the line? I'm actually looking at the line, so I already know
Okay,
what
I
it is,
don't
and I
know
did
the
the
line.
analysis too. But what do you
Well,
think the line is?
I,
You know what the line is. But
well, no, I know the line. So I know the line. So I'm not going to bullshit the viewers and say I don't know the line when I already said I made a bet.
yeah, yeah, yeah. You know, I'll tell
What
you
is
what
the line
though.
now? What
I
is the
will.
line now? Because I bet it on the open.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So the line didn't move because I got it money line last night at about -110,
Oh, okay.
and it is now it is now Michigan State -2.5. So I definitely got the best of that line.
Okay. Okay.
So, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. We have a fantastic slate of college basketball here on Saturday. Really looking forward to it. Don't forget, we do have NASCAR and golf. If you're into that sort of stuff, we are going to have those sports on the website as well. We're just working out a few kinks on the back end, but UFC, golf, NASCAR should be up soon, I would imagine. And yeah, don't forget to go to the website and check it out, wizardsportspicks.com, the number one sports consultant in the industry. And don't forget to like and subscribe to this YouTube channel as well. It does help our analytics. And yeah, it's the day before Valentine's Day. I hope those porterhouses are fantastic. Whiz, how you like your steak? Medium rare?
No, rare. And I am the chef of the future, like Ralph Cramden when he cored the apple in The Honeymooners.
There you go.
No, I know it. I can't mess up a steak too much because the rarer the better.
Yeah.
I'm pretty good. Hey, I just want to say we got a new thing on the website, on our Wizard Sports Picks website, on the homepage, brand new.
Yeah.
Do you see? You know what
Yeah.
that is?
I actually did. Yeah, I did notice that. Actually, we should make a public service announcement and let the world know. I actually did come across that. So we are officially doing some discounted picks. Looks like you can get $10 guaranteed picks. I see Dion D'Amico. She's the hottest handicapper on the website.
Well, that's what
Actually,
I was
her and Joe
talking.
D'Amico are both really good friends of mine.
So we're featuring on the top, look how we do it. The featured handicapper is the one that's been really consistently hot. And, I love riding the hot streak, and she's really hot. And, you'll get your turn up there, Sniper. I know your time will come one of these years to be up there on the featured handicappers, but when you will, you'll
Yeah.
be up there.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, but you can get guaranteed picks for 10. Yeah, well, I think it's the guarantee is, let me go back here. I don't want to say the wrong thing. So you can purchase these picks for $4.99. The guarantee is $10.99, meaning that the play's got to win. Otherwise, you would get site credit and you get to either try a different handicapper or use the same handicapper again. But yeah, it's basically. I'm assuming this is going to be permanent, or is this like a Valentine's Day special, Wiz?
Permanent every Friday, and every
All right,
Friday.
beautiful.
So yeah, and yeah, I'm very happy with the site. I love, we're no bullshit site. It's what it is. What you see is what you get. We got good people, hardworking. I mean, look, I know you. I've gotten to know you. I mean, I love the kind of guy you are. I love your hard work. You wouldn't be on with me if I thought you were full of shit. And you're not. You're great.
Yeah,
I mean, you work your ass off in that little closet of
that is true.
yours.
That is true. That is true. Well, I'll
Yeah.
tell you what, you do bust my balls sometimes, but I will say, in honor of you, this Michigan State Wisconsin selection that I do have on the site, which you can go purchase today for $4.99 or $9.99 guaranteed. I actually titled it. The title of the play is the Michigan State Wisconsin Ball Buster.
Okay.
So,
Okay. Hey, look, if I don't bust your balls on occasion, how do you learn, right? I mean,
that is true.
look, it's out of love. It's a Valentine's Day. My Valentine's Day
That is
with you,
true.
Sniper, my Valentine's Day with you is every day.
That is right.
And I'll
That
cook
is
you a
true.
porterhouse. And I'll cook you a porterhouse.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Now you have to not judge me, but I like it a little more. I like it a little more medium rare than rare. But I do like
Okay.
me a good steak. for sure.
Your wish is my command, Sniper.
Now, I know if I would have said I like my steak well done, we would probably never talk again.
Never. No, done deal. You would be toast, just like your steak.
Yeah, just like the steak. Yeah, you never trust the guy who likes a steak well done. That's just rule number one, right?
No way.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. So that is your pre-Valentine's Day edition of the Wizards Crystal Ball. My name is Sniper West. That is the Whiz over there. Don't forget to go check out the website, wizardsportspicks.com. Please like and subscribe to this YouTube channel as well. We will be back on Monday with another episode of the show. And don't forget to check out the other videos as well. There's usually a Beyond the Lines out every day with myself and all the other handicappers as well. All right, have a great weekend, everybody. Peace out and keep firing.